Can I retire in California with $1.46 million? Well, that's exactly what Andrew and Camilla asked us recently, age 64 and 63. Let's take a look at the numbers. Andrew's IRA in at $681,000. We have Camilla in at $460,000. They have a pension of $324,000. Now, at full retirement age of 67, Andrew and Camilla have the following Social Security amounts. Let's take a look at the rates for the financial plan. The Social Security Cost of Living Adjustment, COLA, I like to put 1%. I know it's a little higher than that, but I love to be conservative over the course of the decades. And we have inflation, stocks, safe money, and the Medicare growth rate assumption. Now let's take a look at the expenses here. They do have a home that they will have paid off within 5 years from now, and that's $3,100 a month. But here's the most important number, and I'll tell you why at the end of the video. The living expenses. So $5,400 a month is what they need to live on. Now this is inclusive of everything: property taxes, homeowners insurance, groceries, internet, utilities, right? Everything that they will have until the day they pass. They also want travel and retirement, $10,000 a year for 10 years. They want 2 new vehicles, $50,000 a piece. And then since they want to retire pre-age 65, they have some private health insurance that they'll need to pay for. So the way they came to us, they had their money invested in a 60-40 portfolio, which we recommend against. I did a whole video on why that is not an appropriate portfolio. I'll link it right here. They also have the pension if they took it traditionally in at just under $2,000 a month. If they did that and spent everything that they told me they were going to spend, Camilla would be at age 88 with almost negative $14,000. So they'd have to sell their home or dip into their home equity. So what we recommended to correct course to where they can live the way they want to live is put their money in our all-weather portfolio that we developed for them. This isn't a specific product or anything like that. This is a way that we invest that helps people's money last throughout the decades in retirement. We also recommended them taking the lump sum. We shopped private pensions and we're able to get them almost an additional $200 a month over what the company pension would do. And then we asked them to reduce their monthly spending by just $200, which makes a huge difference. And I'll show you why in the long form version of this video on our main YouTube channel. But the results, if they did that, age 90 Camilla would have $150,000 rather than negative $14,000, but we're not out of the woods yet. I would still say no, we're in the red zone, and here's why. What about future tax increases? What about long-term care? 7 out of 10 of us will need that. And what about major home repairs, right? So these are things that you'll want a little bit of a higher balance for towards the end of your life. Now, I told you the most important number on this board is the living expenses, and here's why. Just a simple $200 a month difference gave them a massive benefit in negative $14,000 to $150,000. So download this, go to RRM.Vegas, and you can get your very own monthly budget planning sheet, and then we'll be able to help you from there.